Okay, so hopefully now the audio is there, right? The audio there, the audio there. Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I guess my mic was muted, but now it is fixed. I think it is fixed anyway. So, okay, good deal. All right. So, anyway, what I was saying is that hopefully the stream is coming through okay, and that it's visible, because what happened yesterday was I was mirroring my screen and I couldn't. When I played it back, I was like, "Oh my god, that looks terrible." Anyway, welcome to today's late lunchtime live. So we're having a late lunchtime live today, and we're going to be talking about high ticket sales stamina. We had a webinar last night. It was amazing. It was 100% content, and we talked about essentially the fact that you can sell high ticket products, right? And you don't have to worry about whether or not you have any experience, whether or not you have any traffic, or you have a list, or you don't even have to worry about whether or not you have a product. And I know that it pissed off a few gurus. I actually got this morning, I got one message from somebody. And I was like, wow, I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers, but frankly, I don't give a crap that I did, because I want you to be able to build the kind of business that's going to survive the test of time, that's going to last, that's going to actually make you money consistently, reliably, predictably for a long time. And the reality that I not just shared last night, but I proved last night, is that if you're stuck in that launch phase where you're like creating, launching, creating, launching, creating, launching, creating, you are in a feast or famine cycle that is very, very hard to get out of. As a matter of fact, the reason most people fail when they try building an internet business, and again, as you know, 83% of all statistics are made up, so I'm not going to pretend to know the exact statistic, but it's been said that it's in the 90 percentile. And it's kind of understandable when you think about the trajectory that most people take when they start building an online business. You're being taught to build a list. The money's in the list, right? You're being taught to create products and launch products. Now, look, I'm not saying that those things have no merit. They do. I'd be a hypocrite if I said that, because we've created products and launched them. We've launched dozens of products. We've had dozens of six-figure launches. However, if you don't create a high-ticket system, you're going to be stuck in that cycle forever, and that cycle is eventually going to kick your ass because it's just a defeatist model. It just defeats the purpose. You can never reciprocate for everybody that promotes for you, because you have to launch so often just to cover your bills. Because when you're in that low ticket creation and launch cycle, you just to make a few $1,000s every single month, you have to get hundreds, if not thousands, of customers every single month. And that's what we talked about last night. I proved that in order to continue making the kind of money that you need to make in order to cover your bills, if you're creating and launching products, if that's what you're doing, if you're just worried about building your list, creating and launching products, recruiting affiliates, you're constantly stuck in this situation where you have to get thousands of new customers every single month just to make $5,000 or $6,000 to pay your bills, right? And what I mean by that is, just so the math works out, we talked about this last night. You can, by the way, you can still see the replay of last night. I have a way to put the link on here. Stand by. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. There we go. So that's actually your registration. If you've already registered for the webinar, because it's a training series that we've been doing. And tonight is the second one in a 3-part series. 100% content. That's what we did last night. 100% content tonight. Tomorrow, we're actually going to be revealing our system. We're actually giving you our system. But what the point that I'm making is, if you're trying to make the money that you need to cover your bills, I talked about this last night, so that the math works. Let's say $10 product, right? If you need to make $5,000 a month to pay your bills, how many new customers do you need to buy a $10 product every single month? Right? You would say, well, wow, I need 500. Then you would be wrong, because even though 10 times 500 is 5,000, you have to consider affiliate payments, right? And they usually make 50%. You have to consider all the other expenses that are involved. But just the affiliates alone are going to cut down your profits. So now instead of 500, you really need 1,000 units every month just to make $5,000. just to make $5,000. The average person watching this right now needs a lot more than $5,000 a month to cover their bills. And this is why you get stuck and you're unable to create longevity and unable to really ever quit your job and really build a 7-figure company. Or even just a 6-figure company that replaces your income and gives you that time freedom that you want, right? So this is the reality. You can, in fact, break that cycle. And the key is high ticket products. When you're selling high ticket products, and this is the part where people shake their fist. No, I can't do that. There's no way. It's impossible. Nobody knows me. I'm a newbie. Stop, because you've got that defeatist mentality. And the reality is that, yes, you can. You don't need to have a list. You don't need to be able to drive traffic, and you don't need to have your own product. What you need is a system. What you need is to understand how it works. And that's what we talked about last night. We talked about the wizard behind the curtain, drawing back the curtain and seeing exactly what these gurus are doing to make the money that makes the difference. Because all these launches that you're seeing, even the ones that we're doing, the stuff that you're seeing on the front end, those are lost leaders. Those launches, whether they be $10, $40, $50, even $100, that's really just meant to create the leads that we're going to sell the high ticket stuff. That is where the money's made. The money's made in the high ticket stuff. And that's what we talked about. And that's what we're continuing to talk about tonight in this series. And what I wanted to do is quickly go over a couple of the things just to give you some tips. Again, 100% content here. And tonight we're actually going to expand on this. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the automation, how to create the automation that puts everything on cruise control. So if you want to get in on this webinar series that we're doing, you can go to higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP. I'm sorry I'm looking down. It's just that that's why I had my TV set up, but unfortunately it interrupts the stream. But looking at you now over here, higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP. You can register for the series there. It's free. And if you've already registered, when you go to higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP, you'll be taken right to the replay page. As a matter of fact, I should be able to put that right here. This is what that will look like when you go to that page here. And right beneath it, as you can see, you get the first training, how you make the big money. You can already watch that. Okay, well, this is the replay from last night. And right here, you can see it says watch now. Now, tonight, we're doing another one, how to automate the system. And that one's not available yet, obviously, because we haven't recorded it yet. But by tomorrow, that one will be here as well. And you can obviously go and watch whichever one we're up to. And then on Friday's a big one. Friday is where we actually give you the system. Yes, this hasn't been done before, okay? We're actually giving you the high ticket profit system. We're showing you how to do it in a way that, frankly, it's going to blow you away. You have to be there on Friday. Again, tonight, 100% content. Yesterday, 100% content. It was a great webinar. Lots of great questions. And to be honest, a few people were shocked. I could tell by the questions because we dispelled some myths. And you've been indoctrinated through all the gurus and all the marketers whose list you're on. You've been made to believe something that's a little bit difficult to kind of break that. Let me switch back to this screen if I can. Wait, how do I do that? Okay, I removed that one. Okay, there we go. So I'm still getting used to the controls here. So yeah, you've been indoctrinated to believe that really the way forward for you is build a list, learn to drive traffic, create products, and those things are great, but you don't need to. And I explained this last night. Please go watch the replay of that. It's short. It's not even an hour long. But I explained why you don't need a list, how other people build your list for you with like solid verified customers, not freebie seekers, not stuff that you paid for from solo ads. Come on, have you been trying to build a list? How's that worked out for you? I want to just go over a couple things real quick so that you can see exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. And so that you can understand that what you really need is a strategy. You need a high ticket sales strategy. This is what most people lack. A lot of people, what they do when they come online, right, is they want to jump right to the money. They want to jump right to the 6-figure business. And they don't realize that you can't go right to the way that I explain this, right? Strategy. You can't just automate garbage, right? It's kind of like cruise control, right? You can't, what came first, the cruise control or the car, right? You got to have the car first before you create the cruise control. And a lot of you guys are just jumping, create cruise control. You don't have a working strategy yet. You don't have a process that actually gets the customer, is profitable, sells them a product, and puts them into a funnel. But you want to jump into automate. What are you automating? What are you automating? What system can you possibly build if you don't already have the strategy? So what you need is a working strategy that's already made you some money. And then you can automate that and scale that. People are trying to build businesses that are automated, that are on cruise control, that are, and they've yet to make a significant profit. They don't have something scalable, and they're scaling that. You know what I mean? So if you have garbage, if you had zero and you multiply zero, what are you going to get? You're going to get a whole lot more zeros, and you're going to waste a lot of time in the process. So really what you need is a high ticket sales strategy. That's what we're teaching. That's what we're giving you on these webinars. And obviously first I had to kind of dispel some myths. I had to break some bad habits. And yesterday, a couple of people were asking me, they're like, well, wait a second, Omar, are you saying that I've completely wasted my time and that this is like, everything I've been doing is wrong? No, I'm not saying everything you've been doing is wrong. I'm just saying that the stuff that we're teaching is faster. It's more profitable. It's going to create a long-term business. The skills that you're learning in list building and product creation, all that stuff, those are necessary skills. We've built a diverse business with multiple income streams. But if you want a business that's going to give you that serenity, that calmness that you have, knowing that you don't have to worry about getting another 1,000 customers this month in order to make the mortgage. You don't have to worry about what the heck are you going to launch next month for the next 1,000 customers, right? Because what ends up happening is you get in this launch mode where it's feast or famine, meaning you launch something, you make a few grand, you're able to pay your bills, but now you're hustling to try to create the next thing you're going to launch. It's not ready by next month. Now you're struggling next month. How am I going to pay the bills? So now you start trying to do affiliate marketing with the customers that you got last month, but that dies down. Now it's month 3 and you don't know what the heck you're going to do. So you push something out quick, probably before it's ready. And now you make even less money that you did the launch that you did 3 months ago. You're in this downward cycle. This is the launch model. And you know, the reality is that you can break that. You can very easily break out of that, and you need a high ticket sales strategy to do it. That's what we've been giving you. And the other thing that you need is a simple process. How do you scale that? How do you take that high ticket system and actually turn it into something that is profitable and reliable and predictable? Well, you need a simple process. And in our business, we have a lot of simple tools. A lot of them are free tools that we use to automate the process. What you need is a standard operating procedure. So once you create this process, once you actually duplicate what we're doing, once we show this to you, what ends up happening now is you use free tools to automate it, to actually create, because your process is going to be a little different than mine. Right? It's not exactly the same niche, or it's not exactly the same thing that you're good at doing as I'm good at doing. So it's going to differ a little bit. And what you want to do is create a standard operating procedure. That way you can scale it. And I'll tell you what, it is so easy to do this. It is so much easier to do this than create and launch products every month or every 2 months and hope that you make enough money to pay your bills this month. That's like that is such a stressful way to live. I know, because we've been doing this for 14 years, and trust me, we live that way. We lived in that launch model and that stress cycle of constantly creating and launching, creating and launching, creating and launching. And it's stressful, and it's an unwinnable game. You can never, ever, when you're all you're doing is that affiliate thing where you're, oh, please promote for me, I'll promote for you if you can. You need hundreds of affiliates in order to make your launch work. In order to get thousands of customers every month, you need hundreds of affiliates. You need more affiliates promoting your launch every month than you could possibly reciprocate in an entire year if you mailed for a different affiliate every year. And that's reality. And this is why that model is so flawed. And that's why you may be watching this or stuck in that. What you need is a very simple process that doesn't require a ton of pages, a ton of, just really complicated funnel and just a whole bunch of skills. Instead, just 1 or 2 very simple things. And frankly, you can manage all of this in free software, in a free project management tool, or even on a spreadsheet, even on a Google Doc. And that's one of the things that we do in our business. A lot of people are shocked at how simple it is to manage a high ticket profit system that makes 6 figures a month even, right? And this is not out of your reach. Even though maybe your brain is kind of fighting this right now and maybe thinking like, no, I can't do it. Trust me, just watch this training that we've been doing. You can do it at higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP. You can see the one that we did last night, and you can register for the one that we're going to be doing tonight. But the simple process is what's going to take you to the profit. Now, to keep it coming in, automation is the key. Automation is the key. This is the cruise control that we're talking about, right? Not the car, right? So building the car is the first part, whether you're creating it or you're getting somebody else's product and using that. Now you have to automate it. And automation is that there's so many tools out there to do this. This isn't complicated at all. There's things that automate webinars like EverWebinar. And frankly, there are so many of them nowadays. You're doing business in what's probably arguably the best possible time in history to do business and in the best possible industry. You have tools available to you. We were talking about this last night too. You have tools available to you right now that simply did not exist when Melinda and I started doing this right now, what we're doing right now, live streaming through multiple platforms, going live like this. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you had to have a news van in front of your facility with a giant satellite dish and a 100-pound camera on somebody's shoulder. Like, you couldn't just hit a switch and go live across the planet, but you can today. You didn't have social media like it is today, where you can go and meet anybody and network and get affiliates and things like that. You are poised to really make a lot of money, and there are tools available to you right now to automate all of this. There are tools available to you that just weren't available to us. You just need to know what they are and how to use them. And that's what's going to create that reliable online income because trust me, that $5,000 or $6,000 that you need a month to cover your bills, to really just bring you home from work and finally just give you that peace of mind that you need, it has to be consistent, right? You're an adult. You can't just risk everything, your life, your future, your family, on something that may or may not happen again next month, right? You need to have reliable income. Well, that business model of creating and launching products and hoping you can get 1,000 new customers every single month, that is stressful. That is not very reliable or predictable at all. Trust me, I know. But you know what? You can make just as much money, if not more, just doing 3 or 4 sales a month. Reality is, even if it's a mid-ticket type of product, 10 sales a month. 10 sales of a $500 product just got you your $5,000. And what I'm here to tell you is that with the right automation, not only is this possible for you, it's simple. It's simple. And it doesn't matter whether you're a computer geek, whether you have a huge list, whether you have a product, whether you know how to drive traffic. What you need is a simple system and the automation. And I can't stress that to you enough. And I know that breaks a lot of the habits and the things that you've already been told by the gurus, that you've already been made to believe. The reality is that you can do it. It is possible. And we can show you how. It's what we've been teaching for the last few days, and it's what we're going to continue teaching today. Completely free training. You can go to higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP and register to be part of that training. Tonight is session number 2 in a 3-part series that we're doing. We're not going to sell you anything tonight. Tomorrow, I am going to reveal our system to you. I'm actually going to hand it to you in a silver platter, the way it's never been done before. Yesterday, you can actually watch if you go to, let me just show you again. If you go to this page here, which is the higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP, you'll see, you'll be able to register if you haven't registered already for the free training. And you'll be able to see yesterday's training right here. It's short. It's not like a ginormous webinar. It's 27 minutes. 27 minutes to watch that and learn exactly what we're talking about, where you can actually learn how the big money is made, how the big guys really make their money. And trust me, it's not what you think. It's not through building a list. It's not through doing these low ticket launches. Trust me. Then tonight, we're going to be doing part 2. Now, obviously, that one's not available yet. So if you click that, it's going to say Easy Tiger. This one's coming soon. So this one will be up there by tomorrow. And then finally on Friday night, we're going to do the final one. We're going to do that last session where we're going to reveal this system to you. So I'm really, really excited about this. I'm really excited to share this with you. And last night, the comments were amazing. People absolutely loved the content. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to automate everything. That's the topic of tonight's webinar. Yesterday, we talked about the system, how everything works, and how to break that old school style of thinking that keeps you stuck in a rut. And tonight, we're going to talk to you about how simple it is to automate this and create a process that's actually making you money every single month without you having to chase thousands of sales every single. Trust me, look, have you ever tried doing a launch? Have you ever actually created a product, taking the amount of time that it takes to actually create a valuable product? All the skills that you have to learn in order to get that process underway. The amount of effort and energy that it takes to recruit affiliates, and then to find out on launch day that you didn't get a fraction of the support that you thought you were going to get, which was already less than what you were going to need in order to make the amount of money that you require to pay your bills. That is a defeatist model. Trust me, it's not that there's no merit in doing those things and learning those skills. Please don't take it the wrong way. It's just that high ticket sales is a better way, a more profitable way, a more predictable way. And that's what we're teaching you how to do. So I want you to register right now if you haven't already, higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP. We would love to have you there, whether you've been on one of our webinars before or not. It's a cool, fun webinar. You can ask questions. Last night I was answering tons of questions after the session. It was only 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. And then I spent another half hour just answering people's questions. And there was a ton of questions. So we would love to have you there. We would love to see you be part of this. I see a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but just 2 comments here. You can leave a comment below. I will see it. I'm right now, we're broadcasting across a whole bunch of groups, plus on YouTube and on Twitter and everything. So anyway, that's what I got for you. Just wanted to do a quick late lunch live here. Late lunch live. We should patent that, or at least do it more often. I hope you enjoyed this quick little webinar. Oh, you know what? I want to show you something. Let me show you something that I'm pretty excited about. So I got this new little toy yesterday, this little thing. I'm going to hold it in front of the camera here. Hopefully you can see. You see that? What that is a wireless mic, a lavalier mic that kind of clips onto your shirt. Let me see if I can get this off of here. Hold on. Yeah, so clips onto your shirt, but get this. This simplifies things so much. The receiver part, that's this little part right here. Look at this. It goes right in the iPhone. Right? Look at that. All right. And now I can just clip this part right on my shirt. Like this. And boom! I can put this now on a tripod. How cool is that? They have these as low as $17 on Amazon. I paid more for mine and paid one the same day delivered. What a nightmare that was. Person delivering this thing was like freaking out at my gate. They were literally parked for half an hour at my gate or more. Just trying to, I guess they're a new Amazon delivery person trying to figure out how to do the scan. Anyway, I hope I'm rambling now. As you can tell, I'm a rambler. I hope you've enjoyed this quick little live that we did. I hope to see you tonight. Make sure you go to higherlevelstrategies.com/HTP and register to be part of this presentation, because trust me, the stuff that we're teaching, other people are not teaching this, not in this space, not the way that we're doing it. You're going to be blown away, not only with the content, but with the system itself that we're actually revealing in session number 3. Okay. So tonight is session number 2. Can't wait to see you there. Can't wait to answer your questions, and can't wait to piss off a few more gurus. Okay. So we love you, and we look forward to seeing you tonight. Take care.